Welcome to Bobby Does Recaps. This is Hijack Season 1. Idris Elba stars as Sam Nelson, a slick corporate negotiator with a knack for talking his way out of anything, who boards a routine flight from Dubai to London that turns into a 7-hour nightmare when armed hijackers take over. It's a real-time thriller packed with tense standoffs, mind games, and ground-level chaos as authorities scramble to figure out what's really going on. Think Phone Booth meets Air Force One with betrayals, blank bullets, and a killer twist that'll have you gripping your seat. Absolute edge-of-your-seat popcorn drama. Our story kicks off at Dubai Airport with Kingdom Airlines Flight 29 gearing up for a 7-hour haul to London. Captain Robin Allen and First Officer Anna Kovacs are at the helm, while cabin crew, led by no-nonsense diva, along with Colette and Arthur, handle the passengers. Enter Sam Nelson, our hero, boarding the plane after sweet-talking the flight attendant to let a late passenger board the plane. Once they're in the air, tension starts simmering when Naomi finds a bullet in the lavatory. Naomi alerts a passenger, Terry, who's actually a hijacker. He pockets it and delivers it to the crew's leader, Stuart, in first class. Sam happens to notice their shady exchange and senses something's off. Down on the ground, Sam's ex-wife Marcia is having a normal morning with son Kai and her boyfriend Daniel. Meanwhile, in Dubai, airport staffer Neela bolts home after her husband Sanel calls saying, "They want you to say you're sick. Come home." He's very frantic. The hijackers, Stuart, Terry, Jamie, and Jaden, spring into action, pulling guns and demanding phones. Arthur tries to alert the pilots, but Jamie blocks him, while Sam talks down two hot-headed passengers from a rush attempt that could get people hurt. The hijackers have dirt on Robin, like his affair with Colette, and use it to force their way into the cockpit, threatening her life. Robin knocks out Anna, unlocks the cockpit, and Stuart takes control. Moments before, Robin had tipped off air traffic control about a possible serious security incident, but under duress, he plays it cool, reporting a false alarm. Before having to give up his phone, Sam's able to sneak a vague text to Marcia about trouble aboard, and she loops in Daniel. I should add that Daniel is a police detective inspector. On the ground, Neela returns to her place. She finds it empty. Ominous vibes. Now, with the plane fully under hijacker control, Sam, ever the negotiator, approaches Stuart, offering help. He chats up Stuart, insisting he just wants to get home to his family. But the hijackers are wary and make him unlock his phone. Good thing he deleted that SOS to Marcia. The two hot-headed passengers that Sam talked down earlier go rogue, trying to disarm Jaden. A gun drops and fires one shot. Sam grabs it and hands it back to Stuart, playing the I'm no hero card. In London, Daniel hits up Zara, a counter-terrorist agent, to check the flight. She digs in, but Dubai Air Traffic Control dismisses it as a false alarm. But this call sparks controller Abdullah to further investigate, and he learns Neela ditched her post early and gets suspicious. Back in the air, Sam begins scheming. He slips Stuart a note doubting the pilot's loyalty, getting Robin yanked from the cockpit, allowing Sam to inform him of his plan via an in-game plane video game chat. As they hit Iraq airspace, no response means fighter jets incoming. Sam warns Stuart, who panics and lets Robin talk them down. But Robin slyly tweaks the heading by 3 degrees, a silent distress signal. Sam's plan works. British air traffic controller Alice spots the deviation and flags it as trouble. The conspiracy gets deeper when Abdullah checks on Neela and finds her murdered in the shower. Husband, too. This all right before men disguised as cleaners take him out. ATC Alice and CTU Zara link up and share suspicions. Zara emails the manifest to Daniel, who spots 5 fake passengers. Back on the plane, passenger Yusuf, ex-Egyptian military, whispers to Sam and Hugo that the guns are loaded with blanks, based on no damage to the plane from that earlier shot. Hugo fakes being sick to slip a note to Arthur. The pilot gets caught via the in-flight game and gets pistol whipped. Sam taunts Stuart, pointing out Robin's the only pilot. Arthur takes a drawing of a blank bullet to Naomi, and she confirms that the bullet she found earlier was indeed a blank. Chaos erupts when Nasir brawls with Jaden after he tries to get medicine for his traveling companion. Sam uses this opportunity to smack Terry with a tray, but gets overpowered. Meanwhile, Stewart loads real bullets in the cockpit. Sam taunts Terry about blanks just as Stewart storms in and fires. The shot takes out an innocent passenger, sending shockwaves through the cabin. Everyone knows they're serious now. Lewis, stabbed during the scuffle, is bleeding out. Sam offers help, befriending him as he fades. Lewis thinks he's calling his mom to say goodbye, but Sam actually calls his ex's number, and Lewis's voicemail and number are recorded on Marsha's phone. Over in London, a mysterious envelope with demands arrives for the British Home Secretary. Release Edgar Jansen and John Bailey Brown, two men tied to a ruthless crime syndicate, the Cheapside Firm. It's kind of a silly name. Meanwhile, on the plane, Stewart checks on Lewis and Sam realizes they're brothers. Sam pushes for a landing in Hungary, claiming Lewis will die if not. Jaden and Terry balk. Deviating means family deaths. Turns out the Cheapside Firm has the hijackers' families held hostage, and Terry warns Sam his family's targeted too. Lewis learns the plan to land the plane and says no as he pulls the burrow tube from his chest and dies. Their dad Peter was killed by Cheapside for disobedience, and he doesn't want to risk their mom's safety. So the plane skips landing. Back on the ground, Kai is at Sam's house with cleaners showing up and hearing Kai upstairs. He hides as they search for him. He isn't discovered, but the hitmen decide to stay and wait there, forcing him to stay hidden. Meanwhile, Home Office releases John and Edgar with CTU tracking their car. While on the road, they stop, get out, and give Daniel a phone. As they drive away, they call him, stating that following them was against the agreement, and in breaking that agreement, people must die. On the plane, Stewart gets a text ordering him to kill one of the passengers and send a picture. Sam talks him into faking it using a photo of the woman who died earlier. Sam now realizes that they must take the plane back before another call to take out a hostage. He starts prepping the passengers for the takeover with a shake things up note that they pass around. Back on the ground, Edgar and John are held up by a car accident blocking the road. They call Daniel and blame him for the delay. They decide to take a side road detour, and Home Office suspects that they are heading to an airstrip roughly 10 minutes from their location. Home Office never planned on letting them go, so they move to recapture at the airstrip. But the joke's on them because while on the off-road, under the cover of trees, Edgar and John bailed. They also learn a news story has been leaked about the plane. Turns out this was all an elaborate plan to take airline stocks and, in turn, make millions. Back in the air, the hijackers learn of the shake things up note, and everything gets chaotic. Sam wrestles with Stewart while other passengers overpower hijackers. Amidst the chaos, Amanda, who we haven't noticed until now, stands up, pulls a gun from her purse, shoots Robin, and locks herself in the cockpit. She's a fail-safe hijacker. Amanda disables autopilot, locking the flight path on a collision course with London. Back on the ground, John double-crosses Edgar to close the trade, pockets millions, and escapes. Kai manages to signal Daniel with a bike code, and he's able to rescue him. On the plane, Sam learns Amanda's family is being held hostage. He pleads with her, saying, "What would your daughter Elodie want you to do?" She lets him in the cockpit. Sam convinces her to save lives and try to land the plane. Alice manages to secure a short airstrip, but the plane's out of fuel, and it lands rough. Emergency crews board. Sam stands at the door, relieved, but remembers the gold necklace he brought as a gift for his ex-wife. So he heads back in to retrieve it from the overhead bin. But the doors lock as Stewart, who had evaded initial arrest by hiding, ambushes him. Sam uses a DK phone ringing to distract Stewart, allowing a specialized police unit to storm the plane and arrest him. Sam finally escapes the plane, safe. For now. And that's where Hijack Season 1 comes to an end. If you like this recap, please hit that like button and subscribe for more of the best recaps.